My name's Colin Murdoch. I've been a nurse for almost 20 years. My training started in 2000 and I qualified in 2003 as a registered mental health nurse. Interestingly enough, I initially started my course with the intention of going down the general route. It just so happened at that time that I had the opportunity to go and work in a care home which catered for short-term care for people with mental health problems, acute mental health problems. To finish the story, that's where I ended up working as a nurse as well. So I started there, I started my course, and I found myself being very comfortable among people with mental health problems. I felt that I could build relationships up with them really quickly, and that I could develop a rapport with them really quickly. And within 2 months of starting my course, we had the option of changing, and I had no doubt at all that the experience that I had had for those first 2 months in the mental health setting, that meant that's what I was going to do. That's what I was going to train to be, and I have had no regrets whatsoever. My favourite part is the people I'm working with. I mean the residents I'm working with. It's building that rapport. That's where I find that I get most enjoyment from. I find I get the most satisfaction from. There are other things that I find. I enjoy the challenge. Nursing is always a challenge. If you want to provide a level of care that is deemed more than acceptable, excellent care, a level of care that is recognised as underpinning all the values and all the considerations that you should be as a nurse, for example, providing dignity and privacy and respect, then you have to work hard at it. And I enjoy the challenge, and throughout my entire career up until this point, it's always been a challenge. And that's something that sustains me, because even up until this point, I endeavour to become a better nurse. And in order to become a better nurse, I still need to be better at building rapport. And now that I'm working for RMR, I have the opportunity of going to so many different environments, and I need to build these rapports really quickly. I had worked with an agency before. Many years ago, I worked with an agency. Interestingly enough, when I talk about where I began my nursing in acute mental health, I found myself working for an agency, and all of a sudden I was shifted into prison life as a nurse. So I found myself working for criminal justice, which was, as you might imagine, was very different. At the time I took the opportunity, I grabbed the opportunity, I'd done that for a number of years. I didn't enjoy it. I did initially, I was curious. I found myself going into the environment and thinking this would be a good career move. This is, maybe this would be an environment that I could specialise in. After a couple of years, I found I was missing the contact that I had with people who needed care, not just people who, and I say just people, but people who were going into prison. They didn't need the same level of care. What they needed was security, and it wasn't the same, and I missed building that rapport and building those relationships. Coincidence, partly coincidence, circumstances partly. I had went through a variety of placements when I was working. Elderly placements. I ran care homes for people with learning disabilities for a number of years. I'd done crisis management for care homes with people who were elderly and suffered from dementia and Parkinson's disease and Huntington's disease and a variety of conditions. But my family are in the area where I'm working now, and all my experience was in the Highlands. And there was a certain point when family dynamics caused me to rethink where I was, and I decided in conjunction with another family member that I was going to move down to this area. And I did move down to this area, and I took a job in this area, a full-time job, in which I was working for about 6 months, but it didn't feel right. I didn't feel that I was using the skills that I had developed, and therefore I sought out an agency, and RMR were there. It was an eye-opening process because it was made easy for me. You know, I had to sort out documents. You were patient. The way that you communicated with me made me think that, you know, perhaps this is an agency who cares. Perhaps they value their staff. I wasn't sure. We can be sold anything. But there was something inside me that said to me that just perhaps, in amongst all the other agencies that exist, this one might just be the one that I might enjoy working for. I've worked for RMR less than a year, but it's been a profound, eye-opening year. I started in roughly precisely July last year, or 2018. And I found very, very quickly that I was having shifts in appropriate places. But what has happened in this first year is that I've found that RMR and the people in the office, the people that we're working with and we are part of the same team, have discovered who I am and what I want, what my choices are and what my life entails, and therefore they've been very, very flexible. And what they have done is they have tailored the shifts that they're providing for me to the rest of my life. And that I've only realised very lately. But what I've also realised is that if they're doing that for me, they're also doing that for our clients. And at the end of the day, what really matters is the care that we all provide for our residents. That's what really matters. So if this company, who we're all working for, is providing that flexibility, that value, that care for me, then I'm passing that on to the clients, and the residents therefore are benefiting because they are receiving the care and they are receiving the value which is coming from, well, I presume, in fact I don't presume, I know now that it's coming from the top of RMR, working down through everybody that works through it, down through the nurses, through the carers, to the residents, and that's the most important thing. I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and it's been a long time coming. You know, I've managed homes and the difficulties of it, never found quite never been quite satisfied with it. I've worked in prisons, the history that I've given you. I've never really found that I have the life-work balance that I have at this moment in time. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy having that balance because I'm enjoying my work and I'm enjoying my life and I'm enjoying the balance that I have. And if I wasn't working for RMR, I'd be working for somebody else and I may not have that balance. So that's where I am. I'm here, and do I have a goal? No, not to. The goal is maybe, yeah, is to carry on providing as good a care as I can possibly do. The best advice, I would tell them to come to RMR. I mean, I have to be absolutely honest about it. Having met many nurses, many carers from different agencies, and this is not about saying those agencies are not trying to provide the best care or value or flexibility. But I wouldn't be working for RMR if I couldn't say that RMR have been the best for me, and that RMR have not been the best for the clients, and that RMR ultimately have not been the best for the carers. Take the chance, jump in there. You know, I'm giving my honest opinion that RMR care, that RMR are a valuable, now in my opinion, a valued company who ultimately are making lives better for the people that need our care. So just jump in there. I spend my time sitting playing guitar. I spend my time writing songs. I spend my time with a Canon camera here and a Canon, not to be promoting Canon, a camera here and a camera there, and I have my friends and my family round about me, and sometimes the last time we recorded, 3 o'clock in the morning on a cobbled street in Glasgow, I have my friends on the cameras and I'm playing the guitar, so my mind is set on that. But it takes me away from what I do for my work periodically and gives my mind a rest, because it's a mind tasking job that we have, but we have to accept that that's the way that it's going to be. So yeah, I like time on my own. I like peace and quiet. Last year I climbed 17 in rows. My intention is to do 10 this year. That's my other way of, it's not escaping reality, because our work is a reality. You know, that's more of a reality than anything else, because people rely on us, and they rely on us 100%. There is no 50%, 75%, it's 100% reliability on us, not just to provide care, but to encourage independence and to make assessments that allow people to be people. They're not patients, they're people. So I do these other things, but these things allow me to refocus. They give me a rest and they allow me to refocus for the challenges I do in my job.